Hello, welcome. I hope you're having a nice weekend and welcome to the weekly Korean chess stream. So, last time we were able to reach the 7 dan. It's becoming to be a serious opponent here, and we'll see what we are up for today. Alright, 7 dan. 2400 elo, pretty balanced. And let's go with Han, and that will be inner elephant against inner elephant for the first game of the day. Okay. I try to claim that spot, and if he closes with the pawn, the file, then I bring my elephant, and I try to open that up as we be able to show you. Alright, so he goes for the big closing on that side, but I still can move out my rook and probably target this weakness. The counterpart is that if I take everything at the very end, he has that knight move that is kind of forking up like this, everything remaining. So I cannot really do that yet. Better is to develop. Okay. So here I'm preparing to kind of exchange that rook because I have that protection. As you can see now, and go for closing there. Since I am Han, I already have score advantage, and there's no need to push so hard for this. That being said, I can push or close like this, and it's better to close like this because once I push there, I will be able to push and link the pawns if I push. Hello, Arsène Lapin. Welcome, welcome. So he can exchange or maybe go for, I don't know, something like that. You mean that elephant? Or at the beginning of the game when I was saying inner elephant? I mean, the goal is to develop it from one side and also maybe sacrifice it or there. I hope that answers the question. Right, so now there is the thread there, but this is pinned. I could push forward and see what happens, but there's no way to trap the rook. I think the safest now is just to wait. Yeah. He's also kind of castling. So this is a weak square for me. If he brings the knight there, for now I only have the rook, but let's assume he pushes there. That will force me to push in order to cover that. which should be okay. So I'll get some space for my king, and oops. Oh, all right. So now the elephant is not pinned anymore, and he will take there. Should have seen that. That's pretty unfortunate. If I push, cannon takes, he has to, yeah. That holds, but that's forcing something I didn't want to do yet, so. But I guess my position is still okay. Yeah, that's not the best to defend. But I really don't know so much what to do if I don't do that with my elephant. So I think I'm, yeah, just trying to develop. For now, it seems that it's holding, but maybe you're right. I don't know. Okay, so a part of me wants to go there, but things like that may arrive at some point. Not yet. I think I will go here, because there's no cannon that will take that file before a long time. So I could push, and that will threaten the file, or I mean bring the knight. Yeah, okay. So he could take if I didn't play that, because I couldn't take back since cannon would take the king. So now I can take with that. All right, that's a funny move. Look there. In that case, I go rook there. Or could try to sacrifice the elephant. Okay, so there is a checkmate threat here. And I will defend it this way. So probably rook there. Trying to override my knight. That works because my cannon is pinned there if the rook moves. But I still have a move like that, and knight takes. That gives the protection on the knight, and maybe a fork here. But I guess the best here is to exchange everything. Knight takes, rook takes, pawn takes. Okay. So now we have a threat there, and he's going for maybe the exchange. Hello, on seals. Hello, hello. think I'll take, and I'll put the cannon there. It will force kind of defense, which is not the best square you want to have your knight. Yep. So I could check, but I don't really see. I could bring my cannon there after. It forces, yeah. Okay. I need to bring my knight. A knight there after. So to get on the king, I don't know, I think that's a bit too early. What I'm trying is to weaken that side of the board. Hello, Carlos, welcome, welcome. So you keep your promise by saying you would join. Thanks for that. Now you just need to learn the rule of the game. If you look at my section about, you can see that there is some links that explain the rules if you are motivated to check those. Check. Yeah. Okay. I take that will kind of put the cannon out of position. And what I'm really interested in. Okay. I mean, do what you want, guys. You can leave, you can stay. But that's nice to pass by. So we both have an isolated pawn. I think his is slightly weaker, but I guess I won't have the choice and I will exchange it. So I'm half point ahead, which is enough, but that's very close margin. So yeah, a long end game to come, and I think I have to pay attention about blunders. I still have that check in mind, but no real gain. So here is forced to flee or to take. I'm not sure waiting is the best idea here. Oh. Okay, so he gets a cannon for an elephant and a pawn. Oh, which is
10초 남았습니다.
I don't know. Okay, takes there. If I check, king moves.
10초 남았습니다.
What I'm trying to do is to remove that guard so that I can bring the pawn there. So threatening the knight and the elephant. He could take the guard, but we are in an endgame where I'm okay if he Oh, that will be okay. So let's assume I take, he takes, and this square will be hard to defend for
10초
me.
남았습니다.
Best to do is to force the cannon out and just take the elephant. That should put me in quite a good position because that's a cannon for an elephant. Yeah, I have to fix my pawn structure because it's slightly awkward, but I have some time to do so. I go there, and then I will use that cannon to jump and jump back. Yep. Okay, so the idea, I think, is to bring the cannon here.
10초 남았습니다.
Okay, I'll get some time. So let's assume knight there. If I push, take, and he takes the knight. So that's not really possible. I go. That's so Korean. Yeah, I mean that's a strategy game. It's very equivalent to Western chess, and those are the games where you can already push a level harder. So yeah, once you reach your limit, then okay. Yeah, I'm quite good. Like 2000 elo, if you know what that means. So I had to let go that pawn. If you want, one day we can play a game of chess together. Take. All right, so my idea is to use the pin there in order to catch that pawn, but I can't do that for now. So I will remove the elephant after I take. But yeah, the good answer for him is that move. Okay, I push the pawn, that will get me some space. If we have a look at the score, I still have the upper hand, but that's very asymmetric and I'm not getting so much value with my cannons for now. All right, so the idea is to recycle, and I use the battery there. Okay, those two squares, I already had a look. Yeah, I mean, those kind of games are cool to see if you know the rules and you get interest, but no, these are great sport and they are really dedicated athletes in the geo. So no, that's not really the same level. But yeah, some sports are boring in the geo, like what's the name? I don't know, bow shooting or those kind of sports. Not the greatest to see. Kind of boring if you are not in the middle and if you don't know what's really
10초
a
남았습니다.
good move. Okay, we check to see the reaction. Maybe we could, no. Oh, yeah, maybe we could go for a push. Push. Yeah, archery, that was the name. Check, that would fork. So not now. I need to block that square before. Okay. So I use the pin, and one of my targets is to break those linked pawn and create an isolated pawn. All right, we take, as we said. The good news is that we can afford to exchange a knight that is 5 points against a cannon that is 7 points, and we would still have a better score. Oh, really? The Koreans, they are very strong at archery?
10초 남았습니다.
For my last memories, I know the Mexicans, they are doing quite well also. But if you say Koreans, I believe you. Take, that's not good. So I can force this guy back home. And I can almost win it. I mean, if I take, I lose it because that's protected by this. But I'm getting a lot of threats on that range. My real problem is that I don't have any material to put here. So here I could exchange the knight for 2, but with the 2 cannons, I really don't have any plan on what to do. So I won't be doing that. Yeah. Get this to the center. He can recycle the elephant now. Yep, that seems to be the best move. He'll probably go for something like that, threatening the cannon. So I get some space. But I have to pay attention not to be checkmated like an idiot. All right, let's see. Check, and if he brings the king there, I have that move that pins the knight and the elephant, so I would be pretty happy with that. That's 100 moves. For those who don't know, the game stops at 200 moves and we count the points and the best score wins. So check. Now I have to pay attention about knight here and knight checkmate. But the knight can go... Oh. Yeah, I will do knight there. And he will threaten to checkmate here. So I I guess that's not so good to check with the cannon directly. Better to do is check now, I think. Because if the knight moves, then the protection falls. The protection falls there also. King there seems to be the solution. And in that case, I bring my own king there, and I threaten to play cannon there. That forces the knight out, and I gain some counterpart. The way for him to avoid that is once I play this, his elephant takes, if I'm not wrong. I don't know. Yeah, that doesn't work so well because I can't take that. And let's assume, for example, knight there, and now knight threaten the cannon, then I will just jump with that one and they will protect each other. So again, not really an issue. Okay, we so now if I take, that would put us straight to equality, but I don't have real advantage doing so. Better, yeah, is to more or less force the exchange of the knight. That doesn't really force it because he can go there, but I guess he will take, and now we have a very solid set to prepare for the final. Yeah, I don't think I can't lose that anymore. Okay. Yeah, I think I just sacrifice on that. Okay, he moves. That's clever, probably for this, in order to threaten the pawn, but that doesn't work at all. So best to do is to prepare both of the cannons in the fortress. Yeah, that locks that square. He will push the pawn and try to dig in the fortress, but that won't be enough. That should be a victory for us. Okay, I will push that and try to break open. Hello, Petrus. Welcome, welcome. Guten Tag. I don't speak German, but yeah. I can push that actually. Okay, if I mean, just take the opposition. So it could wait for 70 moves. I hope that's not the road we are taking here. If I do this, and okay, I will try that before. There is a trap I want to set by bringing the cannon there. Yep. I bring the cannon there, I push, he tries to save the guard, and I go there. That's why he's dead. I really don't know anything. Yeah. It was not working before because he could jump over my cannon and the pawn would have been useless, but now the cannon holds it, so that was the trap. All right. So the first game is over here, and we get a victory. If we had a look at what the computer says, it looks like we had the upper hand most of the time. It's not so easy to judge in the very beginning for the computer because there's a lot of position and you only let him calculate for like 10 seconds. So it's better for spotting missing combinations and also yeah, the finale. Okay, so that was not the best. And I gave bringing the cannon there. Okay, it was better to bring the king. Not sure I understand why. Let's see what we have slightly further. So slight blunder for blue. And yeah, our ID was good, confirmed by the computer. Hello, B. Welcome. But then I failed to find the good move. I think that just cannon takes. Yeah, and I missed that. I took with the pawn and so I give back the advantage. Yeah, cannon takes, that's very solid. Could play a cannon check before, but yeah, conclusion is the same. Let's jump forward. There is a peak. I want to check if I missed something. Okay. No, looks like a little bug. Maybe it's when I both time again. Okay, so anyway, that was a nice game. It went to yeah, boring end game, and the little trap with the cannon to finish that, to prevent the cannon from jumping and to pin it. So that was the funny finish. Okay, let's go for the next one. All right, 6 dan and slightly weaker elo. We are again with Han, but that time it's side elephants. And we are on the run. Okay. Okay, so he goes for opening both rooks, which is aggressive, I have to say. Yeah, now an elephant will surely join the party, or the knight, yeah, elephant. And I make now good use of that rook myself, more for a defense purpose, but still it's pretty efficient. And once I push, then those are quite solid. Next step is to hide the king. Oops. Guard there, king there, and have some play with the cannon. We could maybe try to transfer the rook on the other side, but that's something that would require some more calculation, and maybe I'm too lazy for that. Hello, Marianne, welcome. Most of the time people come with the other cannon in the center so that this one is free to go there. I'm not sure that's such a mystery game. There's a lot of oriental variation, and yeah, Korean chess is not the weirdest one. No, I don't know what to do. I would just like to wait. Okay, I play it safe. Bring the king there. Okay. So those are protecting each other, and even if he sacrifice, I don't have to take with the knight. I can take, let's say, with this elephant, so that the knight stays. But that's important to count. I could try this actually, because it kind of leave me the file and offers some great counterpart. I think that's what I will go for. Ah, that's slightly awkward because okay, I set a little trap. Not sure that will be really efficient. So I will push, and if it takes there, I have a knight, cannon, check, and I take the rook. I'm not expecting him to fall for that, but we see. We'll try. Anyway, that's not bad. Come on, take the free cannon. Before, I think that was better for him to bring the cannon there instead of moving the rook, because that would allow cannon here. All right, so he didn't fall for our little trap, but we still have a file that we have claimed for us. There's no gain directly. That rook has not so many places to go. I was thinking about that, but yeah, I'm not sure that's the greatest. Rook there, I don't care. So check seems to be an important move to play now. Let's force this. Oh, but we may have a nice combination. So quad there, rook there. That's pressuring here, and the natural defense move would be to put the guard there, but there is a beautiful sacrifice if he plays that and I give you a few seconds to think about it. There is a nice combination. And the killing idea is to take. So you can't take with the pawn because with the god because that's pinned, and the pawn there and the elephant there, they are kind of shouldering that pawn which can't move. So if king takes, then we have cannon check, and the only reason why it's not checkmate is because the rook can move there, but we take it for free, and we may have checkmate after. An important thing to check before that is that that elephant had no, like, I don't know, move and check, because that would allow the pawn to move. And yeah, I believe blue is dead. That's losing a lot. So there, if I bring the cannon back here, he has elephant there. So I simply bring the cannon there. And that forces rook here. Yeah, that's harsh to play for blue. Okay, we have this to pay attention, even if we have time before the elephant gets. To do something with the rook. Yeah, nice combination for that game. And I think that was the most natural to do. Because there's no hope after that, I think that computer can help us to check that. Yeah, -9. Not what you really want to have. All right, that was a miniature, as we call it in chess. First game. The opening was okay, but I think I get the advantage when he kind of gives me the file. I have to check that. So that would be here. Oh. There. Yeah, that was a bad move. And I did what I had to do. Check. And now, yeah, still following the lane. And the defense that I saw, and that is not the one you really want, was indeed to bring the rook and not to close your king. Because as soon as you close your king, you are digging your own grave with that beautiful sacrifice. What was the least worst answer? King there? I don't know. 9404. Yeah, king there was the issue. The solution to try to get some space to leave. But it's already over. Okay. Short but great game, and we'll continue on that. Okay, quite an unexpected elo. I guess that's a smurf. A stronger player that the stats shows. Again, we are with Han playing inner elephants against side elephant. And this time, our opponent didn't go for opening the lateral files, but more playing the center. Yep. Sorry for my English. There, okay. Oh, that's not so often we see that. It's important for him to bring the cannon before the knight. Alright, I let him go as he wants. Yes. That was part of the plan. So he could move there. Yeah, let's go for this. And let's go for solidifying the open file that will be required. So he may have that square at some point, but not really useful. Okay. Take. And there is a small issue if cannon takes. Oh. I completely overlooked that. Completely overlooked that pawn. That's annoying, I have to say. Yeah, pawn there, that's the best. It would have been a bad move to bring back the cannon, because I would have a lot of strength on that cannon with my rook and cannon. So he did what he had to do, and now I'm kind of stuck. Okay, I think I'm dead. I should have. Yeah. Exchanging my good rook. All right, we'll try to steal that victory, but I don't really believe it. And those are the kind of blunders that leave you hopeless. Oh, no. That's so dead. We can try this, but no, not great. ready to take. I'm not falling for it. I will be able to push. That's our counterplay. Elephant there. So I'm giving up the pawn. Yeah, knight takes. Okay, we have 2 elephants protecting, which is good. And there is a very bad cannon. I recovered the score for now, but the position is not really beautiful. Check. Okay. Check. No, that was not the move to do. If I go there, takes. Could go back with the knight. Sounds a little bit desperate. Okay. Yeah. So if knight takes, then rook check. So I'll just take that one. Sounds healthier. This is a huge problem. Okay, I have to protect the cannon. Yeah, I was giving a guard, and he doesn't. He don't care. I try to go this. Well, you live with a Korean girl, so that helps eating Korean food. Oh, that was good. Yeah. I know I have to give that.
10초 남았습니다.
Yes. Okay, rook takes. Rook takes. I almost can lose my cannon if I don't pay attention. So I will secure my fortress, but that leaves a lot of space for those pawns to go for the kill. Yeah, check. Now I'm afraid that there's no coming back from this. If I could target that weak pawn, but as you can see, my knight is not on the set of squares that can quickly reach that. Right, I will try this. Seems to be reasonable. Yeah. Oh, look at this move. Check. And I got the combination in the end. Now I need to make sure that I'm not getting checkmated.
(10초) 남았습니다.
Okay, check. I can afford to bring the rook. So if I just take, that's a bit overrated.
10초 남았습니다.
Yeah. I still can't do that because I take, so that gives me time to develop a piece. Now he has cannon there and also things like this.
(10초) 남았습니다.
Okay, cannon check, I guess. My idea is to move the rook and then defend with both of my cannons. So check. That's to see the reaction. I can have a checkmate if he brings the guard. Yeah. And if he doesn't, I'm still happy with that because this should be winning. What is the best
10초
one
남았습니다.
here? So cannon there. Nope. Miscalculated. Cannon there. Right. We have that pending threat. That he forgot. And he will probably resign now, as there's not so many left to do. Okay, tickling that little guy, forcing a reaction, and now we go for that pawn. Or more. Okay, there's no way to go for this one, so we'll be able just to capture it. Yeah, that's the best to do. Yeah, if we looked at the graph, that was all for blue. So the bad move was, there was several bad moves. The first one really is there. Computer prefers 31, 33. Okay, so bringing the rook there. And I did this. Okay, so opening the file where the problems happen on that side and I miss a tempo. Yeah, pawn there was bad. This was okay. Getting tired. So I could take. And cannon takes. That should have been okay. Yeah. Alright, so after that mistake, I'm clearly in a very bad situation. Almost dead. And I can have a look to the blunder. That's here. The problem of playing with that cannon is that it allows that move, so that's check, and at the same time the rook is like falling apart, so nothing less to say. We take back the advantage and conclude that. Okay, so far then that's going pretty quite well. 7 down, 3 victory out of 3 games this morning, and we'll continue on that, or at least try. Alright, 7 done, Young Sok, 2200 elo. Again, we are playing with Han, and we go for inner elephant against side elephant, which... no, the first game we played was inner elephant against inner elephant, and he opens on the side of his elephant there, which is not the most popular variation. Usually people go for that one. Check, okay. Trying to do stuffs, but there's nothing to do here. Okay, probably elephant. And now we just push that one and prepare room for the knight there. Okay. We'll get a special protection on that elephant. Oh. And we have a very surprising castling move. King there, push there. Okay. Not the most popular set, but fair enough. Yeah. We could sack this and force the king, but there's no follow-up, so I'm not going for that. There, so it completely changes the focus. Probably rook check and rook threaten this, so it's now or never to block that very square, as we said before. Check. It's not a big deal. Expecting cannon. Yep. Alright, so far then I like the position. Oh, I should have played that. Because that was a move I didn't check. Could have been an issue. Looks like not really, but better safe than sorry. Alright. We are aiming to bring our cannon to that file. And we'll see what we may do from there. Okay, I'm getting some space here. Yeah. And now both of us has achieved a solid defense. The difference is that since I'm playing with Han, I have more points from the beginning of the game. So all things considered, that's more his problem to find a working attack scheme rather than mine. Yes. I think I have to. Oh, that's good. That's an interesting idea. Take. Okay. So I can't really push for now because I take with my own rook. Cannon there. What is this? If it takes here, he would be really out of position. Okay, I was sacrificing the pawn to split apart the cannon, but he went for the safe defense, which is, I think, the best in that case. Okay, and I try to sneak my rook to annoying places. Take. Better to keep the structure, and if he brings that gives a lot of tempos. Maybe I could push. Yeah, it's better to push, because that elephant will threaten that isolated pawn and force him back to the side or defending with the knight. Oh, that's often not what you want to have in your fortress. I really don't know the idea. Okay, I take my space and then I'll go with my elephant. I already tried to consider those kind of moves, but no, there's nothing to do here. All right, expecting knight there. What's the idea on knight there? No. Oh, that's so bad. Okay, he missed it. That's weird. Not saying that's bad, but for sure that's weird. Okay. What I could try is rook there, bringing the cannon there and taking. Yeah, I still have a rook on the... Alright, I like that move. That gives me some room to breathe. Yeah, I think I'll just go for that. Okay. Cannon takes. Yeah, no, that's too dangerous for him. I hope cannon takes. So now if he moves the rook, yeah, somewhere else, I had this move that would have been a killer. Take. If he takes, I have that great combination. Check. So if he takes the cannon, I have mate, and if he doesn't, I don't really care. Checking here is not a good idea because I lose the cannon. But I mean, yeah, I lose it, whatever
10초
happens.
남았습니다.
Okay. No, maybe I had to take the rook, and that was not so good. Still not a great fortress for him. Okay, trying to block the cannon. I will return with the rook. I go there.
10초 남았습니다.
Let's buy some time. So I take rook, threatens the cannon. Cannon there. Oh, I'm pinned. So that could be check. Pay attention. I have to pay attention. There's no way out. Okay. Knight. Yeah, rook there, I guess. Hello, Chica TV. Welcome. I guess that's Steven. Yeah, hello, Jeremy. The classic. Hello, welcome there. So, if you know the rules, and I think you know, you will not be too much lost. Yeah, that's the. I put the sound when you create a villager when there's a new follower. I mean, that's a private joke, but those who knows, I'm sure they like it. Okay, so you have a pretty complicated final. He has messed up elephants, and I have an isolated pawn. That's the summary of the situation to make it quick. The good news is that we still have a better score since we had the advantage. I could try to go for a push there, yeah. So if it takes, I take the elephant. So the elephant has no square yet. I trade my isolated pawn. Okay, I thought he would. No, okay, I had no choice. Let's go back then. This I exchange, that's fine. Yeah, and now I have to deal with the pawn advancing on my face. For now the knight covers, but I really need to bring the pawn there. 목소리가 잘 안 들려요. I don't know what that means, but yeah, I think I agree. Yeah, I can't read Korean like a 3-year-old kid, but not 3, 5. All right, we challenge that file. Better than me. You should have learned since the time. Oh, make more loud your voice. Maybe just no, my mic is at the maximum, I think. You have to so to tune up your own sound. Okay, that's a bad move because cannon takes. Yeah, okay, so I just bring that guy back home. That's a complicated game. So I can't bring the elephant there because cannon takes, and I can't take back with the knight because I am pinned here. So I guess I just waste some tempo. Okay, back home. That was meaning that I can't repeat the move I just did. That's to avoid draw game. All right, now I have a little combination. If he doesn't pay attention, is that I bring the cannon there. This. Yeah, that should work. So that's a fork between this guy and that guy. I think the best plan for him is to push. Yeah. So I take. He takes my knight. I go back to the center. And now, as you can see, he has 14 points and I have 16 and a half. So if one of us goes less than 10 points, then the game stops and I should win. So I need to exchange a few more pieces. From 0 to 10, how good was champ view?
10초 남았습니다.
What do you mean by champ view? Check. It's time to get that elephant to do something of his life. Oh, I mean, he was super bad. I think he didn't knew the rules of the game. I don't know, he was trash talking me, but no, he was like a 0. I could have beat him eyes closed.
10초 남았습니다.
No, he was 0. Okay, so there I propose to exchange a guard for a pawn, so I'm losing a point, but I still have more. And at that point, he should resign. He can be like annoying and play a few more moves, but there's no way to catch up. That yeah, -5 seems an honest grade. Yeah, I knew that he was also trash talking you. I mean, that's funny, so it's okay. Right, let's go there. We have our elephant protecting the bad guy. He could try to claim some space and block me. Yeah, okay, once the pawn is there, I guess he's stuck. So I will force him even more out. I don't know the intent. Try to push, but that's just an exchange. Okay. I'd be going there and trying to swap with the cannon if I'm allowed to do so. He's been following you for a long time. But he's a Korean guy. Because he said he was Portuguese at some point. I don't really remember what he was saying. Yeah, it's Korean. Yeah, that sounds more logical. Okay, so I think my opponent will push to 200 moves. That's kind of boring, but that's the way to win that game, I'm afraid. If I could bring my elephant there. Yeah, he said he was like Mr. Muscle of Portugal. I don't know what that was. Maybe he had smoked too much things, or I don't know, but
10초 남았습니다.
alright, so that cannon won't move because there's no way for him to threaten it. Okay. I will push that guy slightly more on the right. Now I need to bring my elephant to that square, which is a long road. A very long road. Right, I'm threatening to exchange and finish the game. He sees it, of course. I want to go there. We are making a little progress. Okay, I see the way to do so. So on that site, which is the most popular platform, that's every Korean, they know a kakao application to talk, and here it's named kakao Janggi, so that's Korean chess for kakao, and I am 7th dan. I can see there, and if we look on the rating, that like 4,000 on 2 million people. But I am still climbing up my my accounts, my top. Yeah, I've already been 8 dan on other accounts, and that stops of
10초
course
남았습니다.
to 9 dan. Okay, so I've been able to move that guy, and now I can push it even more on the side. And now I need to do the same idea with my elephant and put it to that spot. But at the very beginning, that was not easy to speak English, stream, and also play well. That's a lot to do at the same time. But I got used to, and I'm now playing slightly better. All right. Yeah, Chonview said he would come, but he is not a man of promise. Okay, so we got that victory, and if we look at what the computer says, it seems that there was so on the upper left corner, that's the evaluation given by a computer of the position, if it works. Yeah, seems to be a bit buggy now. No, it's fine. I mean, all right. Anyway, so that's 4 game for victory this morning, and we break the bar of the 2400 elo. Let's go for a new game. Yeah, everything is in Korean, but I just remember by heart the button that I use. So that's how I'm playing on that side. And this time we play with Cho, so the blue side, and we play with left side elephant, same side elephant. If Jian wants to try a game, she can, but she will probably lose. Okay, most of the time it's not advised to go with that elephant so early. But why? Why is that so? I don't remember. Probably this is the reason. Yeah, if you have, you could try. You need to download Kakao Janggi, and after that you can find me. And if you want to play, you can try. I'd be happy to play with you. Yeah, the name is if you look on my about section on Twitch, I think I post a link to the app, but This will do the trick. Oh, sorry. And if you have a Kakao account, it's like basically linked with, so it's just okay. So we built the weakness on that pawn, but we forgot. Takes check. Okay. No. Oh, I'm playing bad. I'm playing bad moves. Yeah, knight takes. That was to be expected. So the elephant has to come there in order to survive. No. I played a complete beginner mistake. That's like giving a rook in one move. That's 13 points. And yeah. No, there's no hope to recover that. I should have gone for... yeah, I'm dead. I play a few more moves, but I messed that up completely. So you want to play a game, Gian? I'm so dead. Okay. Tell me when it's ready, and I'll be able to resign that game because I I messed up what I had to do. Okay, so check. King there. Yeah, as if it was too easy. Now that cannon is dead. Oh, meh. Okay, I do the same. Yeah, but FN takes. Could have been a funny move. Yeah, of course. But okay, I'm giving up the cannon away. The score is awful. That will be 42 to 68. Check. That king there. Yeah. Okay, rook check is the best. No, I can't do it. Like I did a too big mistake, and there's no way to recover at that level. But I knew it. Yeah, Yeah, he could do that. I have like not so much on the board. Oof. That's harder and harder. Yeah, I take. Rook takes. King takes. And now I'm like the naked king. Nothing to. Yeah. I'll play a few more moves so that I get checkmated. Rook takes. And there is a checkmate in one move. And if I do that, there is a checkmate in two moves. Yeah, that also works. Rook takes and that's mate. Alright, so he played not the best move in the opening. And I missed what was the good response. So I did a big mistake. And from that, I was dead. But I think the computer is broken. Let me check. Yeah, I see you. So Sudak, that means accept. And where are you? Oh, you're there. So there is 18. They are called amateur leagues. So are the cup. So you begin 18, and after a few victory, that's 17, 16 until 1. And after that's 1 dan, 2nd dan, 3rd dan, 4th dan, until 9. So you have a long way to go. Yeah, I just broke the 4th wall and interacted with people. Alright, so I will submit you a game. You should have received a kind of request. Yeah, and here we are playing together. I wasn't expecting that. So I wish you good luck, try your best, and yeah. And Carlos, you have to learn at the same time. You're not defending your girlfriend. That's, yeah, quite coward from you. But I mean, she knows the basics, like opening the file and those kind of stuff. That's better than like completely, I don't know, beginner moves. Although that was not the best, because if I do that, the knight is dead. Now the knight can only escape here or there, but the pawn will take them. And now I have a super strong center. Yeah, she indeed made wrong that. So she can't take the pawn because I take the king, otherwise they cannot jump one piece. Yeah, that's a way to that, but most of the time you don't want your king to be there, because now the elephant and the knight, they can't take that pawn. So the pawn will stay for now, and I bring just more material here. I could take, but the king takes on. Yeah, I prefer to put in the place keys that have way more influence, and that's the rook. And I'm sure, Carlos, you knew that I would play the rook. Yeah, so check. So there is yeah, that's the only solution that's not directly losing. So now I can take the elephant, but the cannon is the answer. Oh, taking with the king is very dangerous. Check, check. Okay. No, there's literally nothing that can happen to my king. He's in a too strong position. Right, I play with the other rook and threatening to win the game, so careful. And I win the game in 3 moves. 1, let's check. You can put the rook, I take. You can put the pawn, and I take. And that's checkmate because my cannon is covering here, and my rook will be covering also the file. So let's finish that. But you played better than Champview. Check. Ruthless. Yeah, completely. Oh yeah, so she's evaluating how I play for the revenge. Okay. Nice try, nice try. So I don't gain point when I win like a casual friend with too much difference. So if we analyze this quickly, yeah, no, the computer is bugged, but your beginning was okay, but then you don't want to bring a knight here. What you want is to jump with the cannon over so that, a bit like me, you are more protected. So that was good to free the rook for some play, but you really want cannons in the center because you're already dead for that. Well, at the World Cup, the second round, no, the third round, I was playing the second best female Korean player, and I also won. So that's not the first time I'm destroying a girl, and I'm not ashamed of it. I mean, that's just for fun. You want to do another one or no? Just it's up to you. And if someone else wants to play, there's not so much people. Okay, again. And Carlos, one day you have to learn, and I will play with you. Let's go again. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, and since here I am 7th dan and she's 18 cup, I will every time be playing with red and she will be playing with blue, because that's how it works. Well, that's not a big difference, but okay, so we go for the same beginning or a similar beginning. I will try to correct the mistake, so that's good. Yeah, we definitely should play Age of. I like that game, and I play quite often. All right. The issue of bringing the pawn there is that you are kind of blocking your elephant. If you, okay, but that's not a big deal. I mean, it's okay. Okay, so I'm threatening that little guy here. And you have to react to that. Yeah, that's a good way to do so. You could have also bring that pawn so that they protect each other, but that's also a good move. Last time I played Age of was like one day ago. So yeah, it depends on period. Sometimes I get triggered by that game, but sometimes it's fun, especially to play with a friend. Okay. So your development is okay, but now comes the biggest problem of Korean chess is that you need to have an attack or a defense plan for more long term, and that's quite hard when you don't train that. So maybe you will soon reach a point where you don't really know what to play or why to play that. That's when the troubles will kick in. Yep, that's a fine move. Yeah, in chess you need to think short term and long term at the same time, but knowing what's good long term, that's what makes the difference between players. Oh, that's a dog. That looked like a bee from afar. But I believe you if you say that's a dog. Okay. Actually, I was worried about that because if I brought the pawn, then sacrifice was possible to take the knight, but now I am covering it, so that's fine. Okay, so here that's a big mistake because you are giving me the rook. So the rook is 13 points, the elephant is 3. But I will be forgiving and I won't take your rook. But careful with the elephants. Now move that rook away before I change my mind. And you basically have two squares to go. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, elephants are tricky. They move one. I want to chat. That will mess up my stream, but we can chat here. What is that? All right. Okay, time to do some damage. So your issue is that but yeah, the emoji that looks like a bee that has been moved. The issue is that you gave me the control of that file, and your side of the board is a bit underdeveloped. So for me, that's a way to do damages. For example, your knight here now is trapped, so you will lose it. And also, when you are checked, oh, That's an optimistic move. The cannon is a strong piece for yeah, defending files because it was 7, and here you are killing it for an elephant that was not doing so much. So I will gladly take it, and now the rook is threatened. Yeah, what I was saying is when you are checked, avoid bringing the king to those square because it's more vulnerable. You prefer to bring it there and use the guard to shield and defend it. Yeah, okay, sorry. All right, so as promised, I will take the knight. And if you don't pay attention, I have a combination that will win a cannon. But you can try to find a way to defend it. So because you brought your king here, you are vulnerable to check like this. And if you do nothing, I will be able to take the cannon. All right, that is one solution. And there is another solution that was to bring the cannon here. Because if I play rook check, you just take my rook with the cannon. What's better by bringing the cannon there is that you have a better control on the central file. Because here I have my own cannon that may cause you trouble. But on the other hand, by bringing the cannon there, you protect the elephant, so I can't take it. But I can simply do that. And since the cannon is a strong piece, now you have to move because of the pawn. And there is a square that is not so good. Okay. So there was a rook hanging, and it's time to take it. Yeah, but before taking it, I check. That's also the problem of the king there, is that the guards are left without defense. So check. Yeah. That's not the best move because now you are opening to my cannon. The way to defend when you were there was to bring your own knight like this and defend. If you brought the rook, that would have been losing because I had rook takes knight and that would be checkmate. So that's a defense that's preventing me from checkmate directly. But if I take this, now that's check because there is only one piece. And you have only one move to defend. Most of the time, the Koreans, they dress quite well, but we European, because we were invited by the federation, and also we represented the European Federation. Therefore, we had to have I would say honorable dress code. So that's why we were in a suit, but not all people were in a suit. Oh, but that's not really competition. All right. And since I know that your cannon is the piece that's defending, then I try to remove it. That's what I did. I bring my knight here and then here, and now that cannon will be dying. And after that, I will be able to really push that file. And since the king is completely blocked, that will be a checkmate. But what's the money price? I mean, if there's a tournament, there is money involved. And you know that I'm playing for money. So I expect my cash prize. No, I'm joking. But it's good to have some people and to interact. Even if that's not the 7 Dan level, but who cares? Yeah, there are some cash prize, but that's not a lot if you compare to Western chess. There is so much more money involved in Western chess, and even the best, very top pro player, I'm not sure they can live from what they gain. I'm not sure there is enough tournaments and enough money involved. I don't know the numbers precisely. They stream and they have quite a few followers, so maybe that's an income. But yeah, they give you the professional player status, but you can't live from that profession. There's not enough money. Okay, we are getting close to the end. Trying to take that pawn. I give you happily. So check, checkmate. All right, I have a checkmate in 2 moves. Let's go for it. Check. So that's a double check because there is the cannon and the knight. We know that the king is paralyzed because of the rook. So yeah, need to find a solution. But now the pawn is pinned. And if I'm able to check on any way, then it's checkmate. So I can do with the pawn, with the elephant, or even with the cannon there, and I go with the pawn. Yeah, and that's checkmate. Go to his stream, see viewer, tell them just. Yeah, I mean, we try with the European people to slightly build a community. It turns out that most people they are they are interested in an Asian game in general. So yeah, that takes resource and time to develop a game like that in Europe. But the Koreans on their side, they are trying to create, if I'm not wrong, English resources because there's like nothing. So yeah, that's slightly building, and that was also the reason why I began to stream, because to give some coverage for English speaking people. Thanks for the game. Hope I could teach you a few tricks and that you will be able to beat your Korean friends next time. I think I will stop there. So if we sum up, we played 4 serious game, 3 victory and 1 complete blunder game. But that's quite good, and we are 2400 elo. And we had fun games. That was good to have you here, and I wish you a great weekend, and see you next week then. Bye bye. Yeah, Africa. So about that, the top streamers of Korean chess, they are mostly on YouTube. So that's why I began on YouTube at the beginning, and few weeks I duplicate on Twitch, but it looks like YouTube is the reference platform for Korean chess. So yeah, see you probably during the week. Bye bye.